Hey, what's going on, you wonderful weirdos? Welcome back. I'm so excited that we get to do this again. It's been a while since I've got to do this. So basically what the 30 for 30 is, 30 comic books, $30. I go to a dollar bin diving, and it's at our local honey hole here in Virginia, the Virginia Beach Antique Mall. Which, if you're ever in Virginia and you go to the Virginia Beach Antique Mall, I promise you, all you wonderful weirdos, nerds, geeks, dorks out there, you would love the upstairs area. Toys, comic books, pops, whatever it is. So definitely check out the Virginia Beach Antique Mall if you're ever in town. So let's jump into what I got real quick. I'm kind of excited about this one because this is a weird one. I even had to take a couple of notes on it because there's something to each one of these. And definitely comment down below if there's value in this or if this is interesting or anything along those lines. So first up off the bat, we got Sad Sex, Funny Friends featuring the General, number 72. I looked up the prices on this. Most of the prices are just fictional anyway. It doesn't really matter, but it's in pretty decent condition for the age of the book. So yeah, super happy to get that little 12 center there. Next, again, something I don't really see a whole lot out in the wild for a reasonable price anyway, and this is not in the best condition. I'd probably put it at 5 or 6, depending on how you grade. But Magnus Robot Fighter. This is what number is this? This is number 26 from 1968. Look at that goofy looking robot things. That is awesome. I really liked that one. I like those old kind of sci-fi covers with this weirdness on it. Another one, Mickey Mouse and Goofy Explore Energy. So this was a promo for the Exxon company. It's a one-shot deal. It ran for a while. Exxon was putting these out, kind of explaining to the kids what energy is, and it's actually surprising because it actually gives you a timeline and a breakdown of the different ways we've used energy, from wood to hydro, coal, oil, natural gas, and then all the way to nuclear. It's just a cool little piece of nostalgia that's out there, and it was a great way to explain the complexities of energy to kids. Next, a little ash can, the Max, number 2. Now, this isn't the foil one that I know is super rare, but again, these little things, who knows, probably store that off someplace. And the deal at the Virginia Beach Antique Mall, I should take a break and explain this. They're actually $1.25 a piece. Unless you get 5, then it's $1 each. So I always look to get that, so sometimes I might have to grab something just to kind of bulk it up. Next, Human Torch and Thor. This is a Marvel team-up, number 26. That was just for the cover. Let's see if we can avoid the glare here a little bit. So yeah, good little book. Again, none of this stuff has bags and boards to it. They're just dollar bins. Honestly, sometimes a lot of this stuff doesn't even have a bag. They just kind of put it in there. So it is what it is. Tales to Astonish. I believe this is the second volume. And it's a Submariner cover. Again, it's a great classic cover that I absolutely enjoy. Good old Submariner sitting there getting it handed to him. Let's see here. This one kind of surprised me when I was looking it up. Supergirl, number 23, 75 cent. I believe that's copper or bronze, doesn't matter, depending on what you look at. Yeah, and another thing that surprised me is almost all of these are newsstand editions. There's a few direct editions. This next one's a direct edition, and it's a Deathlock number 1, his first solo series. A lot of buzz about that, but again, it's direct. Not that makes a difference in that age. Another one, every time I see this comic book, I get it. And I'm not sure why. It's not a spec thing. I would like for it to be a spec thing. But it's G.I. Joe number 58. This is the return of Cobra Commander in his new Scuba Man suit. I guess is the best way to put it. Where he kind of has the new suit there. Yeah. It's always just a fun book to have. And it's a fun book to read, too. Next is a great classic one. You may remember this being kind of sort of highlighted in a movie. But this is Uncanny X-Men number 183. This is the fight between Colossus and Juggernaut. Basically, Colossus broke up with his girl, went to a bar to soak his tears with Wolverine, And then, of course, a fight brawl breaks out, and it's Juggernaut. Right? So, good stuff there. Next, Batman the Detective. Again, another classic cover and a kind of anniversary issue. I believe it's the 50th anniversary issue. This is number 600. Again, pointy-eared Batman. It's another classic cover there, and it's extra thick too. The next ones are some Braves and Bolds that I picked up. I've debated collecting Brave and Bolds, especially the older ones, because it's always a great team up of characters, right? With Batman and somebody else. So, starting off with 195, this is Batman and I Vampire. Alright. The next one is Batman and Karate Kid, and that's issue 98. Next is Hawkman. And that's number 86. Again, just great action covers. And probably my favorite one out of these. And this is an interesting one too, because I know Whitman, right? The Whitman variants are out there. This is a Whitman variant. And this is, what issue was this? Brave and the Bold issue, 157. Yeah, 157. Because they put the Whitman on there, they take away the issue number on there, and this is Batman and Uncanny, of course. Next, couple of World's Finest. Again, these are just great comics to have around. This is dollar issue, issue number 273, World's Finest, with just, Plastic Man. Again, this was just something I kind of threw in there to get to that 5, the deal level. This next one's very interesting. This is World's Finest number 274, the sequel to that one. But this is also the issue where the name of Hawk Girl changes to Hawk Woman in this one, and the whole explanation why the name changed and all that. So those two kind of go together for that particular story, which is not particularly interesting, but it's significant in its own right, I guess. Let's get an awkward sip of coffee in. Okay, moving on. Let's see here. Adventure Comics number 442. Again, not a particularly famous issue, but H for Holocaust, that kind of, we know what we're dealing with there. YouTube doesn't like the word, so we'll just call them the bad guys from World War II. Right? Next, some Flash stuff, because in my little dollar auctions it's been said that I don't do a whole lot of Flash stuff, but it's kind of hard to find really valuable comics in dollar bins for the Flash. But number 285, 46 cover. Again, nothing overly specific, unless I'm missing something. If I'm missing something in this, let me know. But yeah, I just like the Flash action scenes where it's kind of faded and then it goes into a full color to kind of show the speed. I think that's a really unique technique. Probably the worst shaped book out of all of these. But again, I couldn't help it because I love the cover on this. This is The Flash, number 226. And I like the statue and the dude riding the statue, the green flames coming out. It's really kind of cool. This is horribly damaged. Like, there's folds in it, wrinkleness to it, a lot of spine ticks. But again, it's $1, right? The Punisher, number 21. Again, not an overly famous book, but again, a classic cover I think a lot of people just absolutely enjoy. Next is another Whitman variant. So that means I need to go to my cheat sheet. And this is number 246. Another Whitman variant cover for Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes. Again, not an overly important issue, but Whitman covers are sought after by collectors. So who knows? Maybe you'll pick it up in my dollar auction. Spend $1. You buy it for $1. Next, Uncanny X-Men number 300, and of course that's that 90s hologram stuff going on. I believe there's some significance to this. I believe this is the first appearance of Amelia Vaught and the Legacy virus, if my memory serves correct. Maybe. I don't know. Alright, next, Human Torch number 2. I was just surprised to see this comic book in there. Yeah, in pretty decent condition. For an ongoing series, this is where he goes wild, right? Great classic cover. All right, here comes some of the more, I think, higher value stuff. Definitely let me know. First one is Batman number 226, and this is the first appearance of the Ten-Eyed Man. And if you've been reading your comic book runs lately, Arkham, the Order of the City, Ten-Eyed Man is now the Five-Eye Man, right? But this is his first appearance, and again, that was just super serendipitous because I've been fascinated by this character, and then boom, there it is, and I was like, oh snap. All right, next, Heathcliff number 2. Right? I never, if number 1 was in there, that would have been great, but I think a lot of people go in there and they kind of snatch up all the number 1s because it's rare to find number 1 of anything mainstream in there. But getting to number 2, big problem on this one though. Yeah, the number's been smudged off. And I didn't notice that until I got home, and I was like, oh, do I write 2 in there? Do I just put 2 in there? Probably not. Spectacular Spider-Man, number 56. This is an early version of our villain in this one, Jack-o'-lantern. I can't remember if it's the second or third appearance of him. I know it's one of those. It's definitely not the first. But yeah. Again, now I said earlier it's hard to find number 1s in there, and then I immediately need to redact that statement because I did find Vision and Scarlet Witch number 1 in there. You remember when this book was hot because a TV show was coming out? Yeah. So there's that. Apparently it's not so hot because I'm finding them in dollar bins. Next, another book that kind of goes under the radar a lot, I think. Flash number 138. This is the first appearance of the Black Flash. Right? Great classic cover. Love that. And super weird that I found this one. This is Batman again, number 497. You'll know this as the classic Breaking the Bat. First print without the stupid die cover thing, newsstand edition. Biggest problem in this one, you got 2 tears in it. One that's very visible, and then one that looks like it's just kind of pressed together, but there's a little bit of a tear right there as well. So yeah. So that's my 30 for 30 bucks. What did you think? Was it worth the 30 bucks? Is ultimately the question. If you deal in these kind of markets, definitely comment down below. If you see anything interesting in there and I missed something, definitely let me know. I don't like having bad or wrong information. So yeah, this was a quick one, guys. Thanks for coming by. I gotta head out. We got a busy month coming up. So I'll talk to you all later. Bye.